Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I normally do coffee reviews, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have bought some Beatles album cover Hot Wheels about a couple of years ago, and I decided that I would show them again. Um, so here we go. Um, these Beatles album cover Hot Wheels is what I have, and they have all the different albums of the Beatles. Actually, I have 6 of them, and there is another one, um, another Yellow Submarine one that is on uh, eBay, or actually, yeah, eBay right now, and I'll show you what it looks like. And if anybody wants to buy it for me, I'm just kidding. Um, let's see, let me find it here. Here we go. It's that one right there. That's a Yellow Submarine Hot Wheel car, and it's worth $50. It's because it's the 50th anniversary of the Beatles at that time, and so it is worth like $50. But these that I have, I don't think they're worth a whole lot. It's just for me that I really was a big Beatle fan when I was a teenager, and so I saw these about a couple of years ago in a local store here, and I said, "Man, those are really cool." So I bought a couple of them, and then I went back and bought a couple more, and so I said, "You know what? I better snatch them while I can because if I don't buy them, you know, when you go back again, they won't be there." So here we go. The first Beatles album cover Hot Wheel that I'm going to show you is Hard Day's Night. And the Hard Day's Night album was released in July 10th, 1964. The album was actually covered in recorded in January 29th through June 2nd, 1964. There was supposed to be a 14th song on that album, but Ringo Starr, the drummer, got tonsillitis, so he wasn't able to participate in that last song. So they had a stand-in, and his name was where is it? Jimmy Nicol, and so he helped with Abbey Road, and they rehearsed because they were going to go to a world tour. And that album, I'm going to show you what the Hot Wheel looks like. It's this one here, Hard Day's Night. It's the delivery truck. And this is the album cover for the Hard Day's Night. And then there was the next album that came out was Rubber Soul in 1965. It was recorded on October 12th through November 15th. They finished November 15th, 1965. And all the songs were collaborated with John and Paul McCartney, and the first Beatles album to have the anthem of love songs. And it had All You Need Is Love on that album. And let me show you that one, Rubber Soul. And this car is a Ford Transit Supervan. And that is the album cover of Rubber Soul. It's pretty cool, right? And then it shows you on the back of the... Well, I shouldn't show you that, right? Because you haven't seen the other cars. All right, so I have them on a little clipboard kind of thing. And the next album is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And that album was recorded in December 6th, 1966 through April 21st, 1967. They recorded that album at that time. And let me show you what that album looks like. And this is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. And they have a 1967 Austin minivan. That's what they made on this album. This Hot Wheel. That's pretty cool, right? And then in The next album was the White Album, which they were going to name it a Dollhouse, but they decided they changed it and they just made it the White Album. And it was recorded in May 30th through October 17th, 1968. Yeah, 1968. Between that, it took them that long. This album was written in India. And you remember that the Beatles, they actually got into transitional meditation and some other things in India. And so Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney actually left. They didn't stay very long, but they decided to change the album name from The Dollhouse to the White Album. And let me show you what that album looks like. I mean, this truck, it's a highway hauler, like a 18-wheeler, but it actually is not because it has only 6 wheels, 6 wheels on it. So there you go. You can see the bottom of it. It looks pretty cool. And this is the White Album. I actually have this one, but I was trying to hurry and make this video and I forgot it. So this is a pretty cool. And if you can see right there, it says the Beatles on there. This is a pretty cool Hot Wheel too. The next album was the Magical Mystery Tour, and that one was in 1967. It took them from November 1966 to November of 67 to actually record this album. And so that album looks like this on that car, and it's a bus. It's a hauling grass. It says hauling grass, and it's a yellow bus. And that's what the album looks like. So that's pretty cool. And the next album was released in 1969, and it was called The Yellow Submarine. And it was recorded in 1966 to October 1968. It kind of seems like they were like working on one part of the album and then working on another album and then just try to put all the songs together. And so this is what the Yellow Submarine car that I have. I don't have that other one, but this one is fishing the chips chip it. But anyway, you can see the name of it right there. And it has all the Beatles there. It's Paul McCartney. Right here. Oh come on, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, George Harrison, and John Lennon. So, and that album was recorded in May 1966 through October 1968. And then I'm wearing a shirt, yellow, Let It Be, and it has all the Beatles on it. And this album was recorded in 1970. And it was, actually, it came out in 1970, but it was recorded from February 4th to 1968 to April 1st of 1970. And the Beatles, their enthusiasm was now kind of like in the down low. I mean, they just weren't, I guess kind of getting along. John Lennon was addicted to heroin at this time, and he rarely went to the practice sessions. And then George Harrison just got tired of all the arguing and everything, and he decided to leave temporarily. So that is a shame that the Beatles actually broke up, but that's the way it goes when you're one of the popular bands. So, well, thank you very much for joining me and letting me share my Hot Wheels with you. I don't have I don't have a big collection of Hot Wheels. I only have these. But if you like Hot Wheels, tell me down below which Hot Wheels that you collect or which Hot Wheels do you like. I'm just kind of doing something different. I normally do coffee reviews, but I actually wanted to do a video today, so I decided to share with you my Hot Wheels. So I'm going to leave a video right here, and then if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'm going to put a button right here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening or your day or your morning to watch me. And we'll see you next time on Ken Rod's Coffee Review. Bye, everyone. See you next time.